What if your laptop could anticipate your next move, even before you make it? That's the big idea we're digging into today. We're looking at Dell's brand new XPS line, and they're claiming it's not just another upgrade, it's the start of the whole AIPC era. So let's find out if the hype is real.
You aren't tied to a desk, so why should your power be? That quote from Dell's launch really gets to the heart of the problem, doesn't it? Our work is more mobile, more flexible than it has ever been, but sometimes our tech just feels like it's holding us back, like it's chained to the past. For years, we've all been stuck with this really frustrating choice. You could get a beast of a machine that had all the power in the world, but it was basically glued to your desk. Or you could get a super light, portable laptop that would just choke the second you try to do any heavy lifting. That dream of having both, real, no-compromise power and true portability, has always felt just out of reach. And look, this isn't some abstract problem, right? This has real-world consequences. I'm talking about your laptop freezing up during a crucial video render, or that panic when your battery's about to die in the middle of a presentation, or, my personal favorite, that infuriating stutter and lag when you're right in the middle of a creative flow. These are the exact pain points that this new wave of AI PCs is supposed to solve.
So, what's the answer? Well, Dell is stepping up with their proposed solution, the new XPS 14 and 16. And they're making a pretty bold claim that these laptops finally end that battle between power and portability. The big question, of course, is how?
Now, I could just sit here and rattle off a long list of specs, but honestly, that's boring. Let's do something way more interesting. Let's see how these new laptops actually perform in the real world by looking at them through the eyes of three totally different professionals who push their machines to the absolute limit every single day. First up, let's talk about the creators. We're thinking video editors, graphic designers, digital artists, the people who live and die by perfect color accuracy and seeing every single tiny detail.
For a creator, it is all about confidence. You have to know without a doubt that the colors you see on your screen are the exact same colors everyone else will see. The OLED display, with its perfect inky blacks and full DCI-P3 color gamut, that's the same color statement used in movie theaters, is what they call a color-critical canvas. You pair that with a razor-sharp 3.2K resolution, and suddenly, all the guesswork is just gone.
Okay, next up, let's switch gears and think about the fast-moving business leader or consultant. For this person, time is literally money. Efficiency is everything.
So for this user, the focus shifts from visual perfection to pure speed and intelligence. Instant wake means no more of that awkward waiting for your laptop to boot up before a meeting. And even better, the on-device AI can do things like summarize a massive email chain or transcribe a meeting for you in seconds. And the best part? It does it all while keeping your sensitive company data right there, secure on your machine, not floating around in the cloud. And last but definitely not least, we have the developers and engineers. These are the true power users. They're the ones pushing their machines to the absolute breaking point, compiling huge chunks of code and even running complex AI models locally. For a developer, it's all about sustained performance. They need a machine that can just chew through brutally heavy workloads for hours and hours without overheating or slowing down. And the key to unlocking that? A completely re-engineered cooling system that keeps the whole thing running cool and quiet, even when it's under intense pressure. Okay, so we've seen what these new laptops can do for different people. Now for the fun part. Let's pop the hood and take a look at the technology that makes it all possible. All right, the real hero of this whole story is a little thing called the NPU, or Neural Processing Unit. The easiest way to think about it is like a specialized brain that's built for one job, handling AI tasks. So while your main processor, the CPU, is kind of like a generalist, and your graphics card, the GPU, is great for doing lots of things at once, the NPU is a master of efficiency. It's designed from the ground up to run AI stuff using just a tiny fraction of the power. And what you get is this brilliant division of labor, this amazing teamwork. The power-hungry CPU and GPU are freed up to do what they do best, all the heavy lifting, like running your software or rendering graphics. Meanwhile, the super-efficient NPU is in the background, handling all those constant little AI tasks. Think about blurring your background on a video call. The NPU does that now, so your presentation doesn't stutter one bit. It's a huge boost for both performance and battery life.
Of course, the NPU isn't working alone. It's just one part of a whole team of high-end components. You've got that stunning 3.2K OLED display with a buttery-smooth 120Hz refresh rate. You have high-speed Thunderbolt 4 ports so you can hook up multiple monitors and fast storage.
And you've got next-gen Wi-Fi 7 for a super stable, low-latency connection.
Okay, so now that we get the tech, let's circle all the way back to those common, really annoying problems we talked about at the very beginning and see how this new XPS actually fixes them.
Let's start with the biggest one, right? Battery anxiety. That feeling in the pit of your stomach when you see the little icon turn red. How do you get true all-day battery life from a laptop that's this powerful?
Well, the answer isn't just cramming in a bigger battery. It's about working smarter. By offloading all those constant background jobs to that hyper-efficient NPU, the main processors can actually take a break. And the result? It's an incredible 18+ hours of real-world battery life.
Okay, next up, the dreaded jet engine fan noise. We've all been there. You start a heavy task and suddenly your laptop sounds like it's about to achieve liftoff from your desk.
The solution here is just smart engineering. A completely redesigned cooling system with these new fans that increase airflow by a massive 50%. This lets the laptop move more heat with way less effort, which means it runs cooler and a whole lot quieter, even when you're really pushing it to the limit.
So when you take a step back and look at all these solutions, the smarter power management, the quieter performance, you realize this points to something much bigger. This new Dell XPS, it's not just another laptop refresh. It's a sign that we are right on the edge of a brand new era in computing, the AIPC era.
So what is the big deal about having AI run on your device instead of in the cloud? Well, it boils down to 3 game-changing advantages. First, it's instant. There's zero lag waiting for a server somewhere. Second, it is way more secure because your personal data never, ever has to leave your device. And third, it's just more seamless with things like a dedicated key that can summon your AI assistant instantly.
Look, this shift to on-device AI, it's a fundamental game changer. It promises to make our work faster, our data more secure, and our tools a lot more personal and intuitive. So really, the only question left is this the future of your work?